So you have an inbound sales model and you are thinking about a product-led motion. I've been working the past 5 years with dozens of companies and I learned a lot. Specifically, I'd like to share with you like one story in which you'll see two big mistakes that you can avoid if you are looking into product-led growth. So this is a story of Molly. Molly is head of marketing operations at a software company, a fast-growing software company. She has a traditional inbound model where you have inbound leads, MQLs, SQLs. So the CEO wants to implement a product-led growth model and convert those thousands of signups into revenue. Here's what Molly did. She take the product signs up and she sent those signups in the inbound funnel. If a sign up is qualified, then she calls that an MQL. The sales team receive those MQLs, like the MQLs they received before, and they reach out. However, the response rate is extremely low, and the conversion rate of those MQLs to SQLs is 1% when the average before was 10%. The VP sales is not happy with that drop of conversion rates, and he's ask Molly to stop sending those leads to the sales team. There is a huge opportunity though with those product signs up. The conversion rate is 1% when the conversion rate of demo requests is 30%. So there is a 30x difference of conversion rate. However, there are 100 times more product signups than there are of demo requests. So if you do the math, it means that there are 3 times the pipeline in product signups than what you have in demo requests. The challenge is conversion rate. So what does Molly do? She implements a workflow where when a lead signs up for the product, Molly qualifies that lead based on the information with the account. If the lead is not qualified, that lead receives a standard welcome email. If the lead is qualified, she sends an email from the sales rep associated to the account offering a sales demo. That way, only the lead that responds are actually sent to sales, and the conversion rate of those product sign-up leads is now huge for the sales team. But wait a minute, when the CEO talked about product-led growth, he was not talking only about product signs up. He was talking about those product qualified leads that everybody's talking about. Those are leads that are extremely successful with a product and for which there is an opportunity for upsells. So what Molly did here was looking at the accounts that have a high engagement, who are those people that use the product the most, and send those people to the sales team as PQLs, product qualified leads. At first, the sales team was super happy because they reached out to those product leads. They get a lot of responses, and the responses are, I love your product, I'm happy to chat, and they have those sales conversations. However, in the conversations, what sales team finds out is the people they are talking to are not the buyers. They don't have the authority or even the need to actually buy a larger plan. So after a few weeks, the sales team stops reaching out to the product qualified leads. But there are a few sales reps who are pretty smart. When they get a product qualified lead, they don't reach out to that lead. They go find who is a buyer in that account and they reach out to that buyer, and they are having a lot of success. So what Molly learned from that is instead of having this workflow that sends engaged users, she modified the workflow so that for the accounts that have a high engagement, she finds a buyer and she sends now an automation notification to the sales team where you have the name of the account, the name of the buyer, and then the champion that's having success with the account. So here it goes. 2 big mistakes that you need to avoid when you implement your product-led strategy. Don't send your product signs up directly as MQLs. Make sure you send an automated email first and only send the one who responds. And second, don't send the most engaged users, send the buyer for the engaged account.